Welcome back to Primetime Perspectives. I am your host, Jesse Rodriguez Jr., and let's get you your scores from around the UFL Week 8. The playoffs are near. We start off the Orlando Storm with their win against the Dallas Renegades 31-24 as they punch their ticket to the playoffs, as we don't know who they'll face next. As the Renegades got to a hot start in this one, they were up 10-0, but then they cooled down. They got too confident as they lose their fifth in a row after starting 3-0. They fell into a cliff and they never fully recovered. And then our next game, we have the Louisville Kings and the DC Defenders. Kings do it again. They defeat the Defenders for the second time as they complete the sweep, and their playoff hopes still alive as Tanner Brown for the Kings got a 60-yard field goal. 4 points was good. Defenders tried to hit a 3-point try to tie it up. They couldn't do it as the final read 33-30. Meanwhile, for the St. Louis Battlehawks and Houston Gamblers, Battlehawks are going to have to wait another week as they had a chance to clinch the playoffs here, but they couldn't do it. They lose to the Gamblers 23-16 as the Gamblers keep their hopes alive, but there might be a 1% chance of that happening. And then for your final game, the Birmingham Stallions and the Columbus Aviators, this might have been one of the worst games of the season, but 3-0 at halftime. You think the Aviators would win? Well, you're wrong. Stallions put 14 points on the board in the second half, might have gotten a motivation from their coach. And you've heard the saying, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. But let's get you your stats from these games before we head out. As for the Storm and Renegades, Jack Plummer, 24 for 36, 238, came clean, but didn't throw a touchdown though. And then for the Renegades, Austin Reed, 12 for 23, 134 yards, 3 touchdowns, a pick. As we go on to this game now, Kings and Defenders, the stats for those guys. Spencer Sanders came in for Jordan Tiamu, 7 for 15, 83 yards, a touchdown, or no touchdowns, a pick. And then for the Kings, Chandler Rogers, 11 for 20, 143 yards, touchdown, a pick. And then for St. Louis and Houston, we had an interesting one here. Hunter Deckers, 15 for 22, 155 yards, 2 touchdowns, a pick. Luis Perez on the other side, 26 for 47, a touchdown, and 2 picks. And then our final game that happened, let's get the stats from there. Jalen McClendon, 151 yards on 19 completions on 30 attempts, and he threw 2 picks. And then for DTR, Dorian Thompson Robinson, 12 for 20, 126, a touchdown, a pick. So that'll wrap it up. In the Week 9 previews, DC Defenders face off against the Orlando Storm, looking for a playoff berth. And then Stallions and the Aviators looking for some revenge after what happened last week. And then Renegades and Kings looking to sweep the Renegades after dominating them the last time they met. And then Battlehawks looking to get revenge on the Gamblers after what happened last week. So that'll do it. Jesse Rodriguez Jr. signing off. Make sure you like and subscribe.